Not yet. Which part of the copying you're not sure? I say every trigram below, you just copy this. Let me box it up for you. For every trigram on the left cam, you just copy this top part, copy and paste to every trigram, and you get the sequence. If say master the Wu we can change to encountering, yeah. 天雷无望 change to 天风 go, you need to change 3 times. Okay, you need to change 3 times. So not say cannot, but more tedious lah. Pepe say, can tell me what Zhengguo hexagram to see me the flow. What is hexagram? Wrong. What is trigram number 2 based on the earlier heaven 8 trigram? Huh? Can you see here number 2 here? The answers are all there on the slides. 对卦. What is number 3? 离卦. What is number 4? 正卦. What is number 5? 巽卦. What is number 6? 坎卦. What is number 7? 艮卦. Okay, all you need to do is either you copy on top or you just delete this away and then replace with 正卦. Is that easier for you? Whichever is easier for you that you can understand. That this sequence apply to the left cam. Follow me? Everyone else also? Okay, let me move on. Thank you, Philip. Thank you, Andy. So easy, yeah? You just have to cut and paste. I say this is a repeatable system. So once you know one, you know all. All right. So back to this. The Hjjs system, right? It marks out the year, month, day, hour, right? But in Hjjs Jing Si is using something very similar. Okay, but the label is more generic, more macro. Okay, the labeling that used in Hjjs Jing Si is more generic and more macro. So instead of using year, month, day, hour, is using this kind of label called Yuan Hui Yun Si. Thank you, Andrew. You follow the sequence. Okay. So in the what do you call that? 黄帝进士, they use a label called 元会运势. Okay, then you notice that I mark out in this. This is circle, this is square, this is circle, this is square. Okay, so I'll explain later on. So I just want to highlight to you that is different pattern. So this 元会运势 actually works very similar. It's the same pattern as this year, month, day, hour. And then once you know this is the pattern, you can repeat it. I mean, you can use it on the macro level. You can also condense it to use on the micro level. Micro meaning year, month, day, hour. Okay. And then when you escalate to a macro level, you can talk about the 60-year, you can talk about 360-year, you can talk about the 2160-year, you can talk about 10,800 years, and then even beyond. So that's called macro. But no matter how macro you go, it always follow this kind of time serialization system called 元会运势. Okay, let's take a look. If you follow this 甲子 system, then take a look. If let's say 1 yuan, okay, 1 yuan, 1 yuan, because 1 year equal to 12 months. Am I correct to say that? 1 year equal to 12 months. So 1 yuan is equal to 12 hui. If say master, why year must use yuan to indicate and so difficult to remember them? Yeah lah, because they want to show they are expert in Chinese, man. Just joking. This is different author will use different labeling. Okay, yuan meaning the beginning. In Chinese, if you know the definition of the Chinese character, then we know yuan is called the beginning. So that means if it reset to wrong. Why am I stammering? Okay. If the timing we set to a new beginning, then that new beginning will brings along a new world order. It could be a new civilization, no longer human civilization. Who knows? Because we won't live to see that. But according to this theory, it seems to suggest so. So that's why it's called yuan. Okay, yuan. And then hui yun okay, for example, yun, 3元9运. Remember in those who learn flying star, 3元9运. Okay, it ties in. The timing actually ties into 3元9运. Okay, then the 四 people always say, oh, 我爱你一生一世 So how long is 一世? Later on we'll find out lah. When people tell you 爱你一生一世, how long is 一世? Is there any expiry to the 一世? Later on we find out, yeah? Is that okay if it's a labeling, but if you know the Chinese character meaning, you probably can understand better. Okay, back to just now that one. So if 1 year equal to 12 months, then 1元 is equal to 12 hui. No brainer, right? Easy to understand. And therefore, if 1 month is equal to 30 days, then 一会 equal to how many yun? Type in the chat box. If 1 month equal 30 days, 一会 equal to how many yun? 30 yun. Okay, so very good. 30 yun. It follow the same pattern, right? So easy to remember, right? So 1 day, okay, equal to Chinese system, equal to 12小时. 1 day equal to 12, no, not 小时, 大时. Okay, then 一运 equal to 12 also. So to speak, this 黄极金氏 is actually using a 1230 system. 1230, 1230, 1230. In that sense, it's very easy because 1 year, 12 months. 1 month, 30 days. Okay, and 1 day, 12 major hours. This is Chinese system lah. Okay. So the framework of 黄极金氏 basically is like that. 元会运势. So let me ask you this. That's why my circle and the square, it means like this. 12. The round one is using the 12 to recycle back. The square one is using 30 to recycle back. So it could be 30 days, 30 hours, 30 years, 30, don't know, whatever, whichever macro level you're going to. Lah. Okay, now let me ask you this. 一世 equal to how many years? Team, right? Probably no answer, right? So therefore, we need to drill it down. Master, why 1 month is 30 days, not 31, 28 equal or 29, blah, blah, blah. Okay, 30, 31, 28, 29, all these are Gregorian calendar system. That is the Angmo. So if there is an Angmo version of 黄鸡金氏, then we may follow the 30, 31, 28, 29. Is that okay? Right? Okay, let's drill in. This is a bit of formula, but you don't have to remember. But I just want to peel behind the scene and let you see what is actually going behind. When we talk about 1元, we already said that it is equivalent to 12 hui. Okay, and then 12 hui is actually equivalent to 360 yun. So 360 yun is actually equal to 43204. 43204 is actually equal to 129,600 years. So 1元 converted into years is actually, when we say 我们过了1元, means we already crossed 129,600 years. Tell me who can stay so long to remember to survive 129,600 years. I don't think anybody can. Okay, but according to theory, it seems to suggest one period is 129,600 years. So it could mean a new civilization. Maybe before that it is dinosaur civilization, and then now we are in this human civilization. So what is the next one after that? We don't know. Okay, so let's break down. If we talk about yuan, this is what it means. But if we talk about one hui, it means 30 yun, 364, and 10,800 years. Or even one hui itself is equivalent to 10,800 years. How old is human civilization? I also can't remember. Yeah. Okay. 一运 is equal to 12 4 or 360 years. 14 is 30 years. Okay, 14 is 30 years. So therefore, 爱你一生一世 that 14 got expiry date one is only as valid as only 30 years. Joking, joking. Okay, but this is what it means that if we go word by word lah. So let's talk about the yuan first. Okay, the yuan first. Now the yuan, like I said, the yuan, actually the meaning of the yuan means the beginning, the source, or the beginning, the source, whatever. So according to the theory, there are, because this round thing is follow a 12 recurring cycle. So the best way to represent the 12 cycle is to use the what do you call that? Not wrong. One more time. Because this is yang, okay, so we use the tian gan to represent what do you call that? The recording of the yuan. So 甲乙丙丁, so it could be the 甲元、乙元、丙元、丁元、戊元、己元、庚元、辛壬、癸元, right? So let me ask you this. Make your best guess. Make your best guess. Which yuan do you think we are in right now? Remember, one yuan is equivalent to 129,600 years. So which yuan do you think we are in right now? Make your best guess lah. Alan say 甲元. Okay, very good. 甲元. If say, master, this is 甲乙丙丁, it's hard to remember. Okay, so if we convert to H1, H2, H3, H all the way to H10, is it easier to remember? You can do your own conversion if that fits your purpose. Okay, any more guess? Best guess? Which yuan do you think we are in? H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6, H7, H8, H9, H10. Remember, each yuan is equivalent to 129,600 years. Pepe says, yeah. Okay, very good. We are indeed, thank you, If we are indeed in the Jia Yuan. Okay, Jia Yuan. So meaning we are still very much an infant civilization. Okay, next. So if we know this is a Jia Yuan, straight away we can bring out the circular diagram, right? And then you just mark there Jia Yuan. So next time around, after 129,600 years, you go to Yuan, you just bring out the same circular template and just change this to Yuan. That's it. And then go to Ping Yuan, just change to Ping Yuan, but always use back this circular diagram. You say we still have 9 yuan ahead of one round of yuan. Yeah. Yes. But 129,600, when you go to yuan, it could be a slightly different civilization. What it means here is not that we still continue what we are doing right now. It could be a very different civilization. Maybe all of us are living in space. Maybe we are coexisting with aliens. Who knows? Okay, who knows? Ellen say, laugh out loud. Need to keep your PDF for 100 years. Need to put in the time capsule. And then maybe leave a note somewhere to say that, please retrieve this. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so when it's Jia Yuan, then you use back this circular diagram, and then we move on. So in this circular diagram, remember we say that in the Jia Yuan, right? 1 yuan equal to 12 hui, right? 1 yuan equal to 12 hui, right? So the best way to record 12 is to use the EB. Okay, EB. So you can number it as EB1, EB2, EB3, all the way to EB12. Up to you. Okay, and then if you translate this EB into diagram mode, this is what it looks like. For those who have learned eating prediction and home frequency tuning from me, you understand this, how we map this EB1 all the way to EB12 onto this template. So it go accordingly to the trigram, okay, to the what call it, to the trigram. So EB1 is here, 子丑寅卯辰巳午未, okay, 申酉戌亥, in that order. And then we know that's how we talk about timing. Timing move in this manner, clockwise manner. Okay, next. Although the circular ring is filled with 64 hexagram, the 4 cardinal direction, that means the absolute north, south, okay, wrong, south, north, right, east, and west. This absolute one, the one in shaded one, we don't use because they are not say don't use, they are so-called the supervisor for the 4 season, for each of the 4 season. So we don't use them for our annual hexagram. Okay. And then therefore 64 hexagram, you take away 4, you're left with 60 hexagram to play around. You say can't we in E or Ping Ma? Sorry, just curious. Seriously, I can't answer this question because we have not lived long enough to what I call that, to tell whether we are really verifying that we are in Jia, Yi, or Ping. Because even the author who wrote this in Jiayuan. Okay, all this in Jiayuan. So we can't really tell. We can only believe it to be so lah. But like I say, don't believe a thing I say. So this is a very valid question. Okay, if say master above, still got one more question. Okay, sorry. Master, what does Jia means? How to calculate we are in Jia? No need to calculate lah. 129,600 you want to calculate lah. No need to calculate. Just take it in good faith that the author is correct, that it is in Jia Yuan. Okay? Jia is just a label. You may say that, okay, this is period 1, period 2. If it's better for you, that can say this is period 1, period 2, period 3, all the way to period 10. And then period 10 is just 9, just like numerology, only 9. After 9, it reset back to 1. Same thing here. There's only 10 here. Up 10 finish, go back to 1 again. Is that okay? Darren said, like what you say, we have not lived enough yet. Exactly. Even history book, the oldest history book may not have recorded this as well. Okay, so now once we have mapped out the 地支, okay, 子丑寅卯 all the way to high, right? Then let's take a look. If let's say now we are in the 子会 or 丑会 or 寅会, you know, it's just like sunrise and then sunset. When sunrise, I mean this energy is on the yang side, okay, called the 少阳. So 子至卯, that means from 子丑寅 up before hitting 卯, it is 阴中阳, meaning that we can start to see things start to get into order. Peace could be coming back. It's just like plants starting to grow, starting to sprout. You know, you can see greenery, you can see spring. You know, peace and order commencing for this period here, called the 少阳. If say laugh out loud, okay, if our ancestor calculate wrongly, how? Cannot verify, yeah, cannot law. There's only one thing law. Okay, because if I omit out this yuan, I don't talk about this from the beginning, you probably wouldn't have questioned me, right? But in order to share with you what is really in the classic, so that when you do your own research, you won't be confused, right? Therefore, I'm sharing this with you. Okay, but like I say, there's no way to verify. But the system makes sense. Don't you think so? The system makes sense, right? So when the Hui is in this period, okay, the Hui is in this shaded period, it is mean 太阳. 太阳 means the sun is rising all the way to the peak very soon, to the known part. Means it is going to be better and better and better and better until it's going to reach the point of peak. What happened when you reach to the point of peak? Anybody want to make your best guess? Type in the chat box. What happened when you reach to the point of peak? The peakish point. Okay, if let's say in the 甲元, thank you, Pei Pei, reversal coming soon. In the 甲元, in the 会, it move into 五位生. It means this called 少阴, means sun setting. After hitting noon, the sun will start to set. Means like what Pei Pei said, reversal coming soon. Means even though we may be enjoying some of the Passover goodness, that means the peak prosperity, peace, and things like that, we can start to see chaos coming in, sipping in slowly, slowly. But that is not the worst because the worst is yet to come. Okay, is this part here. That is where it's called Tai Ying, extreme Ying. That's where the chaos get worse and worse. Confusion will come in, disaster will come in, violence will come in, conflicts will come in. You don't see day, you don't see night, that kind of thing. Even you have to worry about whether you survive tomorrow or not. That kind of energy. Okay, this is the sun setting. Okay, so this is how we can understand by knowing which hui we are in. Darren said, yes, we can see seawater rising, float begin to worse, more forest fire, etc., etc. Yes, the worst has not yet come. Okay, Eve say, Master, where are we now? How to calculate? All right. Now, where are we now? Make your best guess. Where are we now? Which hui are we in now? We know it's already in the Hjjs-Year, but which part of the Hjjs-Year? Because Hjjs-Year is subdivided into 12 equal parts, denoted by the EBs. So make your best guess. Which EB are we in right now? Which EB are we in right now? Major offense. Okay, major offense. Anybody else? No, no, don't talk about the hexagram first. Talk about the hui first. The hui. Which EB are we in right now? Okay, for the record, based on the book, Wu Hui. Thank you, Alan. Fiona say Tai Ying. No, it's not Tai Ying. We are still in the Sao Ying. Okay, Sao Ying means this portion here, this shaded portion here. That means that's not what do we say about the sun reaching the peak, the sun reaching the peak, and then I think Pei Pei mentioned reversal coming soon. So now we are in the Wu Hui. Wu Hui by right is supposed to be the known position, the known position. That means the peakish time. Okay, so having said that, can you see why we are experiencing some, we have enjoyed prosperity for the last many, many years, right? But again, even though we still have enjoying this prosperity, we are seeing like what Darren mentioned, chaos coming in, violence coming in, conflict coming in, even pandemic also coming in, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so Eve was asking how to calculate we are in U. Okay, Ken. The author, Sao Yong, okay, in order to calculate this, he has marked a year in the far, far past to be day zero. Okay, to be day zero. And that day zero, I also don't know which year, is to start off this Jia and then this Zi. Okay, so he detected day zero, there's one day as day zero to start off this Jia and then this Zi Hui. So from there, it count. Because if it's 129,600 years, one Jia equal to 129,600 years, and it's subdivided into 12 equal parts, then you divide in by 12. That means each of these EB will last for how many years? You do the math, You do the math. Okay, so that is how once you know the starting point, you can do the math. Just divide, you get the answers, and we are right in here. I think there is a timing here. If you can see on the slide, let me read out to you. Wu Hui starts from 2217 BC. Okay, 2217 BC all the way to 8583 AD. Means this Wu Hui will last until now it's 2022, right? This Wu Hui will last until 8583. Wow, how many rebirth? How many times we have to reborn to see that? If there's something called reborn, okay, how many times we have to come back again in order to reach 8583? Okay, so this is how we do the calculation based on the theory by the author. Is that okay, If? Now, because it's macro level, if we read 129,600 years and then the 10,800 years is too huge a number to digest. That's right, If all the way to 8583 for Wu Hui. the worst has yet to come. This is what I'm trying to say based on this system. Because the numbers is so huge, we cannot digest, so we have to break it down into digestible chunk. So therefore, the best way is to bring in the hexagram to break it up. So in one hui, is break it up into 5 equal parts and is denoted by the 64 hexagram. Wrong, 60 hexagram. Okay, why? Because the 4 cardinal direction we are not using already, so left with 60 hexagram. So we just divide into 5. Okay, so each hexagram, all you need to do is take 10,800 divided by 5 hexagram. So 1 hexagram will take on about how many years? Okay, so you do your math. So right now, we are in this Wu Hui, and then is can be broken down into 构卦、大卦卦、顶卦、横卦、巽卦. Make your best guess again. Which 卦 are we in? If it's saying so, whatever 卦 confirm 甲年. Yes, we are still in the 甲年 cycle. So whatever we are doing right now, all in the 甲年. Okay. Darren said, if looking at the beginning of 八卦 with Fu Si, we are still around Wu Hui. That's right. We are still around Wu Hui. Yeah? So which of the 卦 in the Wu Hui are we at now currently? Is at the 大卦卦. 大卦卦 governs from 57 BC all the way to 2103. Okay, let me repeat. 大卦卦, that means we are in the second hexagram. We are in the second hexagram of the Wu Hui. Okay, and it governs from 57 BC before Christ to 2103. 2103 pretty soon, Now it's 2022. Okay, so many more years. Countable. We're going to hit the end of 大卦卦. Okay, then again, this number of years, 2160 years, is too huge to digest also. So again, we can break it down. Okay, we can break it down. So we know this is 大卦卦, right? Now the fun part comes in already. Because now we know that this 2160 years is so-called the theme. The theme, THEME, the 主题, in Chinese called 主题. The 主题 of this 2160 year could be sum up, okay, summarized by this hexagram. Okay, by this hexagram called 折风大过. Okay, and then if you want to know, you want to break it down further, you can break it down by changing line by line. So 折风大过, you can break it down into 6 equal parts again, each part governing 360 years. So how to make that change is by changing line by line from line 1, then by line 2, line 3, line 4, line 5, line 6. Okay, so by changing line 1, you get 天风姤. By changing line 2, you get 横卦. Changing line 3, you get 井卦. Changing line 4, you get 坤卦. Line 5, you get 咸卦. And then we change the last line, you get a 拐卦. Okay, and each of these卦will govern 360 years. So if 甲年, the hex is fixed on 5 hex you mentioned. 甲年, sorry, what do you mean by 甲年? Wait, did I read your comment wrongly? That's not earlier on you say, so whatever we 卦 confirm 甲年, it's not 甲年, 甲元. We are still in the 甲元. Okay, so if it's saying if 甲元, the hex is fixed on the 5 hexagram you mentioned, yeah, this also apply to Hui. Let me rewind a bit. If it's 甲元or 乙元or whatever yuan, it always branch out, divided into this 12 Hui. And each Hui can be subdivided into 5 hexagram. Each Hui will be divided into 5 hexagram. Okay, and right now we are in the Wu Hui. And which of the 5 hexagram in Wu Hui are we in now? Is the 大卦卦. So how many line can we change? How many line do you have in the hexagram that you can change? Basically, that will be your answer. If you have 7 line, if you think there are 7 line in the hexagram, then you can change 7 times. But right now, we know hexagram is meaning 6 lines. So there's only 6 times you can change. So therefore, it can be subdivided into only 6 subparts. And because each of this one is 2160, you divide it into 6 subparts, means each part will take up 360 years. One Hui, how many years? Then you have to go stand. You have to go stand many slides all the way to this slide here. One Hui, how many years? One Hui equal to 10,800 years. Is that okay? If okay, where was I? I'm done with this. Okay. So right now, this 大瓜卦, if you break it up into 6 equal parts, then we are right now in the 够运, correct? Okay, 够运, which governs from 1744 to 2103. That means we are in the last bit. Okay, we are in the last bit. No, we are in the first bit of the this 折风大过, the first part. You say, wow, so long, then can out from that hex already rebirth many times. Exactly, that's what I'm saying just now. Okay, so we are in the first part of the 折风大过 called the 够卦, and it's going to last until 2103. Then 够卦 360 years. Remember the 三元九运, you know? So the what do you call that? In that system, 三元九运, 一元 lasted for how many years? For those who have learned flying stars one, 三元九运. So it does ties in with that 三元九运. Here is 360 years. And then 360 years can still be subdivided because 360 is just too huge a number to digest. Okay, so it can be subdivided again by changing each of the line. There are total 6 lines, so can change 6 times. So do the same thing. And in this 够运, okay, we are right now in the 顶四, which lasted 60 years. Okay, it's going to last 60 years. Right? So 60 years is still quite a huge number to digest because 60 years means if you are born on day 0, now you're already 60 years old. No? So it's too huge to go and comment on anything. So again, can break it down. Okay, again can break it down. So when we break it down, again, we can use this 顶四 to break it up into 6 equal parts by changing each of the line. How many times can you change? Because the qua only got 6 lines, so you can only change 6 times. So again, from bottom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And therefore, each of these qua will last for 10 years. And right now, we are in this 古旬. Xun basically means 10. Okay, so that means this 古卦, okay, 古卦 is going to govern from 2014 all the way to 2023. This year is 2022. Next year is 2023. Okay, once we cross next year into 2024, we will jump to this 未济卦. Alamak. Okay. Can follow? Okay, so if say master the duration from what year to what year can we find out the source? You can calculate your own, but if you look at my reference guide, I think I put the years in already. You can refer to that. All right, if not, you can refer to this workbook. The years is also there. Right? Can you see? I put all the years there already, from which year to which year, and then when we come to here is which year to which year, come to here which year, which year, which year to which year. Even you want to talk about 折风大卦, which year to which year, I already indicated the years there to save you the troubles of calculating because it's too huge a number to calculate. Is that okay? So up to now, can I have a show of hand or show of feedback? How many of you are still with me? None of you are lost yet. Type a yes in the chat box. Helen says should move from ku to go. Okay, yes. What do you call it? Okay, thank you for Okay, let me move on to Alan's question first. I should move from 古训 to 够训. Sorry. Thanks for your correction. Thanks for your correction. Am I correct? Yeah. So it should coming back to this 够训. Okay. So I'm moving in this order. So thanks, Alan, for the correction. Thank you. So Hotley, thank you. Alan, thank you. Andrew, thank you. Pei Pei say, where is 2024 Wei Ji Gua? Can show me? 2024. No. Refer to Alan's correction for me. Okay, Pei Pei. If say going to lose hope, I can still stay on. Don't lose hope. This is just the beginning part, knowing the system, how it works. Once you know that, once you have the template, you can forget about remembering how it works already. Thank you, Fiona. Okay, Darren said, now looking at Gu towards Go histogram, seeing the current situation towards the future, it is so relatable this time now. Thank you, Darren, for saying that. Yes, indeed. When I was trying to learn to pick up this 黄极经世, when I start to relate to world event, I start to see the reality. It's just like staring back at me to say that, hey, I've been telling you this is going to happen next. And then true enough, you look at the world event, it is showing up one by one. But like I say, it is telling us certain things, doesn't mean that it will sure happen, because a lot of things can be preventable. Alan said, just spinning on the year's calculation, at least knowing how this period 9 comes in 2024. Very good. So it ties in. All this system, because it's backed by I Ching, everything will tie in if they are done correctly. So if say encountering 2024 onward, master how you see the world, encountering law, that's how we talk about the sun going to the peak, right? And then what is coming is the what do you call that? The yin is going to come in, right? 天凤 go is like that. 天凤 go is like that. Okay, all are young, except for the bottom line is yin. Isn't it true that the yin is coming? That means we'll see more violence, conflicts, chaos, all the yin energy coming in for the next 10 years. So the 主题, the theme for the next 10 years from 2024 to 2033, you can sum it up with a 够卦. Is that okay? Right. Any quick question so far? So I'm glad most of you are with me. For those who have answered, I'm glad you're still with me. So now it's 3:19. I think it's been quite a heavy one. But I think we're almost there already. So let's go for a short break to perks yourself up again, your energy. Alan said, at least just beginning for encountering. That's right. So I think if everybody learn, more and more people learn I Ching, I think it will be for the betterment of the whole world. If say, but we can change the line and respond to it. Depends on the individual whether they know about such lines, know about the principles of all these energies, and whether they want to make the choice to make the world a better place for everyone else or not. It's back to individual's choice. Yes, short question is yes, we can change the line and respond on it. So shall we go for a short break? Okay, so I'll start the timer. 10-minute break, and then be back in 10 minutes time. Yeah, see you.